Okay, recording started.
All right, sharing.
Please go
Still,
ahead.
it is
I
just
shared.
allow me.
Yes. Also, I made you host. You can go ahead now.
Okay. All right. Before going ahead, I just wanted to understand who, regards to the people who wanted to go ahead to learn SAP SD. Do you have any uh, do you have any experience in SAP? You have idea of SAP SD? Anything?
Please be interactive. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Are they, you all are a fresher, means first time you are going to learn?
No, I'm experienced, already working in SAP only, but
Uh-huh.
SD will need to learn.
Acha, SD need to learn.
Balaji
Okay.
is SAP MM module. He is
Yeah.
SAP MM senior consultant.
Uh,
Balaji is working.
Nice, very nice. All right. So first, I'll show you the SAP O2C process flow. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the O2C process flow. Okay. Sales and distribution process flow, which basically starts from inquiry, quotation, sales order delivery, then picking, PGI, billing, and then payment. Okay. So this is the cycle. Basically, sales and distribution is having another name which is called O2C process, order to cash process. So as a consultant, what is our duty? So let's say Reliance is our client and Reliance will have its own customer. So as a consultant, if Reliance has come to us that let's say we are working for Capgemini and we are Reliance is our client. Reliance came to us, okay, I want to use SAP and to track all my businesses. Okay. So as a consultant, what is our duty? As a consultant, our role is to configure a system in such a way that our client can should be able to create a order delivery and billing document for their respective customers. This is the simple definition of O2C process, means sales and distribution process. As I said, sales and distribution is also having a name, order to cash. So as a consultant, our role is to design a system in such a way that our client should be able to create a order delivery and billing document for their respective customer. So to complete that process, we need to do all the configuration, all the system design so that they can perform this activity which is visible in your screen. Is that clear? Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'll show you the this is the SAP SD curriculum activity which is followed by the SAP SD certification, SAP global certification from Germany. Okay, so these are the topic which we generally covered during the training part. Okay, and it has taken from the SAP global certification curriculum. Okay, so these all topics will be covered. Okay, including generally when I give training in ECC and HANA, both the server, both the landscape I used to show, because see to till 2027 we know that ECC will still exist. Okay, and we don't know because HANA is very costly product. So I don't know. It might have possible that the ECC can means SAP can increase the means end date for ECC. It can go for
2030, I think. 2030, already someone is
yeah.
confirmed.
So
2030, they did
see
already.
2030. So that's why when I'll give the training, it will be on both the part ECC and HANA. So basically in ECC HANA, whatever the existing data is there, and in HANA, whatever the delta changes happen, we show both the curriculum activity. So
Just to
this
add one point, it's a very good point you said, Misra. See,
yeah.
the same thing we are doing even
Uh-huh.
SAP FI module as well. in FI
Right,
model also. We are first taking all the ECC server, and
right,
then so that delta is, as you said, is easy. And a lot of migration projects are coming. These migration
correct.
projects knowledge is required from ECC how it works.
Right. So because you
That's
should know
correct.
the ECC version also, so that
Mm.
if you are going for migration project or conversion project, or you are working in ECC and later you have to work on HANA, so you should know the difference, what was the functionality existing in ECC, and what when we are going to work in HANA, what are the changes going to be happen for particular functionality. See, there is not much change on the functional level, only 15 to 20%, not even that functionality is same. Okay, is changed, remains same, functionality is same. So we'll focus accordingly. Okay, I hope it is clear.
Yes, yes.
Let me show you. My someone is waiting in the room. Should I accept Amit Real? Who is this?
Please go ahead. Just keep observing. If
Okay, as you can
anybody waiting, you ask, you allow them, Mr.
yeah, I've already accepted.
Okay, good, good. Thanks. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So as you can see here, this is our SAP. Since you already working in SAP and you are aware of the SAP, so I'm not going to explain this GUI about you. Currently,
No,
we
no,
have
no, no,
logged.
no, 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 Mr. 1 minute. Hold on, because only Balaji is knowing, and maybe one or two people. But other
Uh-huh.
people are, they are like a freshers only. They
Acha,
don't know
okay.
maybe SAP skin as well.
Very well,
What is
very
SAP
well,
as
very
well?
well, very well. So basically, everyone, so this is the SAP server. Okay, when we logged into the SAP server, this screen looks like this. SAP logon screen looks like this, and we work on this. So as this is having a two part. One is easy access, where after designing the system, we do all the testing. And as a consultant, if we have to do the design, so we have to go here in SAP reference IMG. Okay. So here we perform all the activity. Either it's SD consultant, MM consultant, FI consultant, we all perform the same activity here. Understood? So as a SD consultant, we have O2C process flow. Basically, what is order to cash process flow? So as I already told you, what order to cash process flow? Order to cash means as a consultant, we need to design a system in such a way that our client should be able to create a order delivery invoice. Now let's say if our client has to create a sales order. Okay, so if they have to create a sales order, what are the things required? See, SD is a very we can say very easy to understand. See, in SAP, what is the basic idea that how you can learn SAP to by understanding the business process, because what we do in SAP, whatever the business processes our client is following, let's say as I have given you example that Reliance is going to our client and we are going to implement SAP for Reliance, means we are going to design a SAP system for Reliance, that okay, now they are going to track their all the activity via SAP. So whatever the sales and distribution process perspective as Reliance is doing, will design the system in such a way that okay, so let's assume our client is creating a sales order, in the system. So to create a sales order, what are the things important? So first, if our client is creating a sales order, so what they will enter? Customer details, correct? Right? In the sales order, what is required? Customer details is required, means who is the customer who is placing the sales order. Then what is required? Customer is placing the order for what? That is material. Okay. Then if customer is placing the order, company is selling the product. So what is the thing gets involved? Pricing. Okay. And where all this activity will go? Let's assume that Mahesh is the customer and he is going to buy something from the Reliance. So where he will go? He will go to the Reliance place, right? Let's assume Reliance Digital. Now what is that Reliance Digital? It's a physical entity place. To develop a physical entity place, we require an enterprise structure. Enterprise structure. What is enterprise structure? Enterprise structure consists of sales organization, distribution channel, division, plant, means where all the business process activities happen. In a very layman language, if we have to understand, I'll give you a simple example of O2C process. Let's assume we have a we have a house, we all are staying wherever. Beside our home we have one grocery shop. Now what is that grocery shop, what they are doing? Okay, so if as a customer you go there and if you buy any product, what you do? You ask for any product over there and they give you the product and you pay for it. So what is happening? You are giving a order. Okay, this is my order. This order consists of this material. I am the customer for this order, and then that seller, the shopkeeper, is giving that material to and taking the, once he is given that material, means delivery is given, then he is asking for the invoice, money. So that is billing document is created. Same thing in SAP SD. Only thing, it will be in the bit larger scale, because the business is happening between in the system between company to company. So one company is placing the order, another company is completing the order. Is that clear? So the process is same. So SD is, that's why SD is very easy to understand. Even the person who has not worked on sales part, they have no idea of sales and distribution, can easily understand the business process. Why? Because these things we are doing from our childhood. We are going to the market, we are purchasing the product, we are giving the money to the customer, we are taking the delivery, we are paying the to the shopkeeper. So same idea is implemented to SAP on a larger scale. So when you see the business process, or if you any business process is explained to you, it will be very easy for the consultant to understand. Even you are a fresher, if I'll explain anything to you, it will be something like that. It will you can easily visualize in your mind. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Any question? Any question? Anybody having any
Any
question?
questions, please? So basically, he is selling that very clearly. So to
Yeah.
get into this SAP SD consultant domain, okay, you don't need. I mean, generally, you easy to observe because this is what day to day we observe. Whatever that we purchase, right? The sales order, so the invoice, so all this is the known concept only, or known terminology, you can say. Please go ahead, Mr. Thanks. Very good. I
I
think
will show. I'll not show you the design implementation, because if I'll show you the design, that will be of no use right now, because you have no idea background of SAP. I will show you the end user screen after designing how it looks like. Okay, let me go to that. Let's say as a consultant, you have already designed the system. Now our client has to create a sales order. So how it will look like? So you can see this screen. This is called create sales document. Okay, so we use order type, means we are going to create a sales order. When you go inside, just now I have explained you to create a sales order, what are the things required? customer details required. So here we enter the customer details. Now whatever the customer details we are entering, for example, 3999 205. Let's say let me get it 1 minute. I have the data here. I give it to you. So you can see here, I've entered the sold this place. This is nothing but a customer details. Which customer? Let's say this system is used by Reliance. I am not using. As a consultant, we don't do this activity. As a consultant, our work to design a system so that our client should be able to enter this customer details. Are you getting my point? Reliance is entering this customer details. And who is this customer? This is Reliance customer, that Rakesh Enterprises. So how it is coming? Because in the background, the screen, last screen I have showed you, there we design all the activity for SAP SD. So as I told you, as a O2C process, when we are creating a sales order, what is required? To enter a customer details. Then here we enter the material details. Okay, for example, this is, let's assume this is my material number. What is material? Any product. Let's say you are buying a, for example, car. You can see here, it will visible to you. Okay, see here, you can see here, this is my material number. What is my material? This is a material number. And what is my description for the material? BMW X1 means uh, our client is selling the product. Which product? To the his customer, to this Rakesh Enterprises, this product. So Uh, so as I said in the order, what is required to create a sales order? Customer details, material details. Then you double click on this material. We will able to see the price value. See here, here price is set. Okay. So this is nothing but a pricing. Now, where all this activity is happening? Enterprise structure. So if you see here, you can see here, this is sales area. Sales area means where, from where all this product will be sold, from how this product will be distributed to the customer, what is the product division. So all this activity what you are seeing over the screen, this is the end user screen. Okay, means you don't have to do this. As a consultant, we have to design a system so that our client should be able to enter all this details and should be able to create this sales order page. Is that clear?
Mr. Just thanks. Just one point to add here to all of
Ah,
you. Okay.
yes.
So this scheme has been designed backend by ABAP coding. Okay, ABAP consultants of SAP, they have designed this thing. So that's what I was telling. Okay, as part of from this batch onwards, I planned in between I'll take the ABAP sessions to this batch, your batch. So I will tell you also how to design this type of skins using the ABAP. I can make you simple designs, skin designs to make it like this, how the backend code will be done. So this I just want to tell you so that if you know the backend logic also of these things, it will be very interesting when you are working as a SAP SD consultant. Clear what I said?
Yeah.
The
So
backend programming
I'll
is ABAP.
just add it what Mahesh is saying.
Yes, yes.
Mahesh is saying, see, whatever the screen you are seeing, or whatever the activity we do, at the end of the day, in the background, codes are written. Okay. And all the codes coding are done by ABAP consultant. Okay. So this screen, what you are seeing for this, ABAP is already done the coding and it is a hard coded. It is not like that if you have to go for learning SAP SD, then you have to first do the coding. No, that is already done. In the background, codes exist. Okay. So what Mahesh is saying, if you have to make any changes, for example, our client says, I don't want this customer reference field to be visible. I want it to be grayed out. I don't want to use this field. I don't want that here any entry should happen. So what we'll do, as a SD consultant, we cannot do that. So we need to take a help of ABAPer, because in the background codes are written, programming codes, and that codes will be enabled or enhanced by the ABAPer only. So we
So
will
that
use
will be part of the topic of enhancements we call in
enhancement.
SAP
That will be the
ABAP.
part of enhancement. Okay.
SAP
So when
enhancement.
enhancement comes, see, always remember SD, FI, PP, this module consultant was called functional consultant, and we are the front face of the company. When we say front face means what? Like, if our client is explaining anything to us, so first they will explain to us. They are ABAPer will not be the part of that discussion. They will inform us. For example, our client says, customer says, I don't want this customer reference field to be visible, this should be grayed out, I don't want to enter any details here. So our client will inform us means SD consultant. Then SD consultant will, same information will be passed to the ABAP team. So it's not like that only information we will pass to the ABAP team. We will give all the details, that okay, this is the sales order, this is the program, this is the user exit for sales order. Okay, like that program, all the technical details we will provide to the ABAPer, and we will tell them this is the field which is required to uh
To be changed.
disabled. Okay,
Okay.
so accordingly ABAPer will do that work. So if we, for example, if we want customer reference field to be disabled, so can you see here field name? We need to tell him that okay, in the sales order page, okay, we have to go in this table VBKD, and this field BSTKD field should be disabled. Are you getting my point? Is that clear?
Mr. Just double click on the table name,
Yeah.
VBKD. VBKD. It could be
Sorry.
structure. Double click on that VBKD. Go to again
Okay, I'll
technical
double click on structure.
VBKD. VBKD.
Okay, VBKD.
You'll go to
Yes.
the table, database table.
Right.
So, as I was telling that this is easy to learn as a ABAP consultant. Okay, I mean, as ABAP concept. This I'll teach you how this table will be created. This table created by SAP. Okay, if you know how to create the tables, this is the primary key. Okay, there is you see the first flags under the key. So if you know these concepts, right, it will be very interesting to work as a SD consultant. You can prepare a perfect business requirement or functional design, and then you can give the best solution to the client. If you
Yeah.
know the basics of ABAP,
But
that's my point to say. Go ahead, please.
so
Thanks.
just to let you know, to avoid the confusion, eh, or as a SD consultant, O2C consultant, or functional consultant, you don't have to do any coding. Sometimes we have a perceptive in mind that we are going to work in a technical field. Technical field does not mean that you have to do the coding. In
Correct.
SD, there is no coding. If
Correct.
any
Good.
coding is required, as a SD consultant, you will connect to the ABAP consultant who is a coder. He will do the coding for you, and you will be able to see that a particular field or page to work on it. Is that clear?
Correct. Good. Very good. You have done good clarification.
Yes. So don't get confused that you need to do the coding in between. As a SD consultant, there is no coding. As a ABAP consultant, what Mahesh is passing to you, that if you know the background, how this uh, page is coming, what are the background, what is the table. See, as we know, all the details which is visible at the end of the day, which it is running on some codes program. So the
Correct.
program is done by the ABAP team.
Good. Thanks. Yes. Any questions? Any one of you having any confusion or anything? So let's just ask it. So we'll clarify here. Okay. So I don't want make it here complex or right. So about this, what I'm saying. So I am saying that if you know the basics of ABAP as well, little bit, it will be a good for you more fetching. That is the only thing I am saying. There is added advantage. It's not like you should do hard code as a programmer and all.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to learn entire programming.
The
Okay.
entire programming is not
You
required,
just need to
but basic things, maybe
yeah,
tables,
basic
how the
things.
tables
Like
and
just
all.
now
There is no
I
coding
went in
involved
a
in there. Good,
yeah,
good.
just now I went in a table, okay, and see, okay, this is the table involved, this is the field involved. So this is how you should know. Okay, if you know debugging bit of the part, debugging means how to put a breakpoint on the to see the code, what is the functionality happen. So I'm just using the word. I can understand it is not familiar to you, but when you will learn, you can understand this part. Okay. So just to again to avoid the confusion, SD consultant, if you're learning for SD O2C process, there is no program, no coding required. There is a existing SAP has given some standard object program functionality, which as a consultant you need to create, and that will be used at the end user screen, which you are seeing here. Okay. Is that clear? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, what is this all functionality? When SAP is not used by the only one kind of a company. It is used by the entire business industry. Big, all the big fortune company used. Either it's a pharma, it's a logistic, it's a this one any kind of a line of business you take, retail or FMCG, any kind of a line of business. So you need to understand how it is happening. We are not designing everything when they are saying. SAP, when SAP has started its journey, they have done the research of the entire world market. Okay, and they have segregated the line of business. Okay, this is retail business, this is pharma business, this is production business, manufacturing industry. So according to that, they have created some standard object functionality in SAP. Now we need to just use it and create those details as a consultant, so that those details should be used by the client. Means let's say Reliance is our client, so they can create those details, they can use those details created by the consultant. And 10%, when if our client required something and which is not available in standard SAP, then we take the help of ABAPer. Then the coding will be involved. Then we will tell the ABAPer, okay, this field is not, like just now I've given you example, this customer reference field that we want to grade out. So this is a client requirement, and it is not available in standard SAP. So we will ask the ABAPer team, okay, can you please go ahead and disable this field. So we'll write down all the functionality, we'll give all the details, technical details, table name, field name. Accordingly, they will do that. Is that clear? Understood?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Only these things we have to do as a SD consultant?
Hey, in SD, as I told you, this is the overall, the basic. This is a just high line I'm telling you. As a
Okay.
SD consultant, there are different business processes which you need to understand and
Okay.
design. Okay.
Mhm.
See, when I'll give you in a layman language, when you are going to the shop, market,
Mm.
you are purchasing the product physically, right?
Yes.
Correct? When you are
Yes.
ordering from your home, that is online. Correct? So,
Yes.
same activity. As a customer, you are buying the product, but what are the two different process? One, you are visiting to the market, another you are
Yes.
ordering from the home. So both are
Yes.
belongs to the sales and distribution. But how
Mhm.
this sales in both the scenario, how we need to design a system, that is different. That we need to learn, understand. Clear? In sales
Okay.
and distribution, there are a lot of processes, business processes are there. Sales
Mhm.
cannot be happen in one way, right? There are a lot of way to do the selling, correct? So that as a SD consultant, you need to learn and design a system, so that any industry, any client can come to us and ask, okay, I want this process to be designed. We should be able to
Mhm.
design that process. Understood? The gist
Okay.
is we have to play beside order to cash, means order delivery billing. We have to design a system for our clients, so that they should be able to create order, delivery, billing document for their respective customer. Now that order can be placed by going at the by going at the shop, but that order can be placed from the home, or that order can be placed for the wholesale market. That order can be placed for the production, any kind of a particular product which is not available, but we are asking, okay, please make this product and sell it to us. Any possibility is there. Is that clear? So that you need to understand that business process and then design the system. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So what I have showed you initially, internal, very earlier. Just a second. So this is what all you need to learn. These are all functionality of SD. You can see here. This all functionality of SD only. You can see org structure, master data, sales process, different copy control, okay, pricing. These all process one by one will come. And as I said, we do not have only one kind of a order, sales order. We have multiple processes in the sales order. Okay, so that we need to understand. As I said, SD is the most easiest SAP functionality to understand, because this thing, order to cash, even we have not worked in sales market, we can easily, if I just now have told you that you are going to the market and you are placing the order, and you are sitting at home and you are placing the order, is there any difficulty to understand this process, to visualize in the
No,
mind? No, right?
no.
So that is what, when we'll design the system, this is how it will be explained. So you can easily understand, and that functionality will turn into the system. How to, you need to just learn how to design the system. And I've already told you, designing the system does not mean any coding will be involved. We will use the functionality, standard functionality object, which is already given by SAP. We just need to understand what need to be created, what rules need to be followed using the layman business process. Clear?
Yes.
That will be all from my side. If you have any question, you can ask.
Thanks. I think
Hello,
any
sir.
questions? Yes, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Uh, my voice is visible to audible to you, sir?
Yes, audible.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, sir. Actually, just to reconfirming, so as an SAP function consultant, so we need to be design a application according to the our client, right, sir?
Yes.
As per requirement of the client, right,
Right.
sir?
Correct.
Okay, whatever the fields they want and how the
Right.
business are running. So
Correct.
according to them, we have to work on that, right?
Right. I'll give you another example. Let's say,
Thank you.
as a SAP SD consultant, you are designing a system for two clients. You have two clients. One is Tata Group, one is Reliance Group. Okay. Now, Tata is following a business process. Following a business process means physically they are creating an inquiry on paper. I'm just telling you on paper. They are not using SAP system. They are creating an inquiry. Then they are creating a quotation. Then from quotation, they are creating a sales order. Okay. So if and when we go and design SAP system for Tata Group, we will follow this process only. In the system also, they will first should be able to create an inquiry. Then from inquiry, they should be able to create a quotation. Then from quotation, they should be able to create a sales order. On the other hand, when I'm designing a SAP system for Reliance, now Reliance having a business process that they don't create inquiry and quotation. They directly create a sales order in the system and then they do the delivery and billing. So when we design a system for Reliance, we will not make the inquiry and quotation functionality mandatory. We will inquiry quotation exist in the system functionality in SAP server, but we will use only sales order to be created directly for Reliance. But for Tata, we will make inquiry quotation also mandatory to create a sales order. So whatever the business process our client is using, the same business process we will design in the system. We cannot say to the client, no, no, this is not there, change your business functionality. If they will say they have a 500 customer, we will design a system in such a way that they should create their 500 customer in the system. If they said we have a 10,000 kind of a material, we cannot say 10,000 is too much. Can you please minimize some material for us? It's not like that. Whatever the business process they have, they are using same thing we need to design in the system. If that is not available in standard functionality, we will take the help of ABAPer, we will do the coding and then we will add it and will give the solution to the client. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. If all good,
Any other questions? Any one of you are having any other questions? Doubts,
any other
course
question?
contents, duration, server access.
Yes, sir.
And
One more
see,
doubt.
if
One
we,
more.
yes, please.
So it means that the client requirement always changes, sir. It's not constant,
Yes,
right? If it's
client requirement will
sometime
always change. You need
in
to
a
see
6 months.
if
Yeah.
it's depend on their line of business. Now, let's say Tata only. If Tata is doing steel manufacturing, so that requirement will be different to use their SAP system. If the same Tata group is selling the doing a retail business, okay, for example, jewelry business or Chroma or let's say Tata Motors, so their business process is different. Both line of business having a different process. So when we'll design the system for them, it will be according to their business process. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
And just to add here, as see, every trainer has their own way to give the training. My way of giving training, I am a bit old school trainer. Old school means I don't taught by PPT. I give notes, proper notes. You will have PDF, you will have handwritten notes, uh, like a spoon feeding, and you need to learn that. You need to revive that because see, as I told you, in functional, you don't have any coding. So you need to understand all the business processes and you need to do the practice. Practice does not mean doing on the system. Practice means how we are designing the system. To design the system, what are the things required? That idea you need to learn. And as SAP, always remember SAP is not any kind of a subject or something. SAP is a language. You can revive as SAP is a language. Let's assume if I ask you, okay, let's learn French or German. How you will start? You will start from one small alphabet. Then you will go for the medium words, 2 words, 3 words, 4 words, then one word, larger word you will understand. Then you will go for a small sentence, large sentence, medium sentence, then large sentence. Similarly, in SAP, whatever you will learn, starting learning, either it's SD, FI, or ABAP, you need to first catch up the language of the SAP. That what is we are using. Whatever the functionality we are using in day-to-day life in the sales market, all the functionality is taken from the day-to-day life into SAP, but words are different. For example, if I say I went to the shop in the normal language, I went to the shop for the buying some stuff, but that shop in SAP is called sales organization. So you need to learn, okay, sales organization is nothing but kind of a shop from where product is being getting sold, selling is happening. So that we need to understand, and that you need to learn initially, gradually. You need to understand that. Is that clear?
Very good point, IST. Very good point. That's where you correlate with the day-to-day things with SAP, what they are going to learn.
So if we are good, if you no questions, can we wrap up?
Yes, I'll stop recording 1 second.
Yeah.
Yes.